Tell me what you want for real. Oh, don't you run away from this. Oh, cosmic like the moon and the sun. So why you try to act so tough? Why you got to be? Why you trying to be so tough? Cause you know that you want this love. Shouldn't you tell me the reason why you want this. Cause at first moment you wasn't peeping me, but lately you say you've been feeling it. But when I turn around we in argument, make me think I'm full of shit. Baby, it ain't too hard to fall in love for real. And trust, be honest, and you really feel. So baby, just call me the handyman. We knocking them down just so that I can.
Out in the country. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's going on with y'all, man? It's the one and only Black George. So some of you guys know me as J. Brown, you know what I'm saying? Or Mr. Cake Me Happy, gifted to be different, you know, and as you can see, you know, big sponsored by Care Bears, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to take Lil Blue with me everywhere, you know. Still got him with me, you know, in chains, Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Got bags and stuff, all sponsored by Care Bears, so shout out to Care Bears, you know. Yeah, and Lil Blue said, you.
Hey y'all, I'm Perimeter. I'm 27 years old. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a singer-songwriter, activist, magic man. I don't know. I just try to pour light and love into everybody, and I don't know. I'm figuring myself out. Karma brought me here. Like, I'm a little disappointed. I'm really hurt by the reaction that I saw from her, but like, I love her. Like, she brought me here. When she sent in her stuff for this, or however, like, we were supposed to do this together, but I was still stuck in my addiction. I was still in the street, and I was like, I'm not ready, and I'm not gonna represent you like that, because I love you and I love the work that you're doing to fix yourself. Like, I bothered you. I felt like I was bothering you. Like, I was constantly like, when are y'all casting? What's going on?
No, you was good. It just, I'd be so busy, so a lot of time I couldn't really like respond right
No,
away.
yeah, I was just so excited because, like, I told Karma yesterday on the couch, like, I made a promise to her that I was gonna get my shit together so that we could do this together.
What's going on?
What's up?
I'm alright. What are you doing?
Just setting up my ancestor altar.
Your ancestor altar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it of ancestors that you resonate with, that you know personally, or?
Yeah, like, I'm adopted, so like most of the people that I feel like are with me, I'm not related to them, but like my Uncle Ricardo, like I was never allowed to leave his house. He would always ask me like, what's beautiful, and I have to say black is beautiful. Like, that was the only like black role model I had in my life. So like, I definitely feel like he's with me. I didn't have my shit together yet when he died, but that, like, right after he died, I found a message, and it was like, you know, I'd be listening to your music. I'm really proud of you. Like, I know you gonna get off the drugs and shit. Like, I love you, and I never once gave a shit about you being gay. Like we family.
During Real Life in Music, season 2, you know, he was following the platform, and as he began to get, you know, more acquainted with the people that was on the platform, such as me, you know, and being in the comments, you know, he just reached out through the DM. He told me that he was an artist and that he had loved to work. And then I heard his music, and I was instantly taken in because he's a dope, phenomenal artist, very talented, you know, singer, songwriter, and you know, he could go off the top of the head with it too, you know. So we just started working, and from there we started reaching out and talking to each other on the phone, and really just connecting with each other. Like, he had a lot of traumas. You know, we had a lot of trauma bonding. You know, from just different experiences that we walked through in life that we connect with each other on.
What is your first impression of me, J-Dot?
We cool. Like, I like you. We've spoken on the phone. Excuse me. We've talked about music. I sent you a song. You wrote a verse to it. Like, I'm really mad we didn't get to share that with the group because that song was a dope song and we both were excited as fuck about that. Like, excited.
It's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've always knew something was there. I've always been kind of in touch, even without fully knowing. But you know, my mom's, you know, had a lady named Stone that used to call us every morning. You know what I'm saying? She used to call us every year before the new school year starts. You know what I'm saying? She taught me and my sister, you know, the 23rd Psalms. You know, the Lord's my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh us to lie down the green pastures, lead beside the still waters, he restores our soul. Lead beside the still waters, you know. And she taught me, you know, whenever you're going through something, you know, to always say that. You know what I'm saying? It's the most powerful thing. You know, and from there, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, you'll see when you trust in something, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's belief system is different. What works for everybody is different, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really tell what somebody else should do. But you know, but what works for you,
the truth,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
At least a little bit.
So for like 2 months we had spoke, you know, and then as it got a little closer to the start of the show, you know, I began, you know, just to pull out a little bit, you know, just because, you know, you're getting nervous, you know, being in a house with a bunch of people, so I don't want too much expectations or to be leading a person on to thinking that, you know, we could just instantly be boyfriends, you know.
So, for you to say that y'all must talk about being together in some capacity for you to.
Well, yeah, it was all attractions. You know, I think he's an attractive guy. We most
definitely
spoke about being like the couple of the house. You know, those were things that we spoke on the phone about. You know, so yeah, so.
Oh
my God, I'm Jada.
I'm loving all this orange.
Hey, it's Chrissy from the East, and don't forget the exclamation point. I'm pretty sure y'all know me from Real Life of Music, Season 1, Season 2. I'm a rapper, I'm a stylist. I do pretty much everything I can. I model. I just like making money, so.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lala. When I came out, that was a big pause in like just me with music because I wanted to figure myself out then, and I was like, okay, at this moment, you know, personally, I was like, I'm not living right. You know, of course, my mind is different now, but back then when I was younger, of course, being gay, being trans it's just wrong, you know? And I felt like that wasn't my space. I felt like I shouldn't be singing gospel because I was living my life wrong, right? So yeah, I thought about doing gospel, but that was the reason why I did not. And I chose to do R&B, pop, you know, and take a different route. Yeah, well, my mom passed, but she did when she like literally took her last breath. She was a pastor, and she used to be on Facebook, also having church when COVID happened. So she would start having church on Facebook, and I would sit there and I would listen. And of course, like I say, when you get older, your mentality changed towards things, you know. And I knew that. This is me, she accepts me, I love me, she loves me, you know. But in that space, I was just over even wanting to do gospel because that just wasn't my taste. That wasn't me at that point, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was ultimately why I did not choose gospel.
What's good, people? This is your boy Bano Kane, back in spring. I've been doing about 10 plus years, on and off, had a couple rough patches, but I'm back in full effect, full time. You know, doing my thing. I always had a passion for music. I gotta, you know, come from a music background. You know, the Michael Sterlings of the world. Michael Sterling's kind of one that wrote, Lovers and Friends. My aunt had me in like multiple music videos as a kid and stuff like that, so.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing,
What's
man?
going on, Rose?
Nice to meet you, J. Brown.
This is cute!
Nice to meet you, Jayla.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Hey. I knew you were gonna be here.
When I first went in the house, when the door opened, the camera's right in our face. I was like, oh Lord, bitch, here it goes. Oh Lord, bitch, my makeup right in front of bitch. So I put my stuff down and J Dot says, hi, what's your name? And I said, oh. He was like, and he grabbed me, he said, I said, oh. So my impression of J Dot from the get-go was like, he was very respectful to me. He of course respected me. That's how I felt, in that moment.
I did know Chrissy from season 2 of Real Life and Music. So, we were kind of like at odds, when we first met, not because of our personal, knowing each other, just from the situations of Karma and stuff like that I've had, and her just taking Karma's side. But when we got to the house, we really sat down. She pulled me to the side in the room and we had a real great conversation and connected. And, we was tight. We was tight by the end of the show.
Seeing Jada at that moment, after we finished rapping, just finished rapping, I didn't know what to expect. Last time we seen each other, we had exchange of words. We did talk after everything, but we had an exchange of words, so it was still fresh. So I didn't know if I needed to lace my sneakers up. I didn't know if I needed to, if we was cool.
I'm looking out the window and the car pulled up, and first it kind of looked like they didn't know where they was, so I was like, okay, well, let me just go back to what I'm doing, unpacking. But then they pulled in the driveway, and the first person to step out the car is Jayla, and I'm like, oh my God, she is gorgeous. I have to hear what she has to say. Who is this person? I wanted to rush down the stairs, but I still held myself back because I was like, I think I have a problem being too I want to be a friend, let me be in your world. So I was just like, let me just stand up here for a minute and whatever. And then I saw Chrissy and I was like, oh my God, I sent Chrissy my music. I want to work with Chrissy. Chrissy kind of blew me off at first, but we're cool. We here now. So I'm like,
Sure.
let's post a great collaboration.
Great collaboration.
There's a friendship.
Hopefully that partnership.
Yes.
We're about to toast some more, but we got a drink yet.
Oh yeah, and you can't look away while you do this shit, is it?
You have to look in my eyes. That's my way.
Not look in your eyes. If you look where we doing toast, that's 7 years of bad sex.
Oh, really?
7 years away.
I ain't heard that, but
I ain't never heard that. That's not mine.
Yeah, I ain't I don't want it to happen.
Get bad sex or live on bad sex.
hello, cheers to real life and reality.
Real life and reality. Yup.
Not a shot.
What's up?
Ooh. Maybe that's good.
Nah, I'm trying to rebuke it or what's going on? I don't drink like that.
I didn't know what to think. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought, I don't know, I didn't think the worst, but I was hoping that I was able to match with these people. And I was also hoping that it wasn't these people that just wanted to just do shit for cameras. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to slap shit out somebody. But it wasn't like that. It was be yourself. And I think that's what I wanted to promote too, is that just because the cameras are rolling, people want to see the authentic you. You know what I mean? Because when the cameras are people who's different, I'm like, what?
I was interested. I don't want to say there was any bad impressions first look. I try not to judge a book by its cover. Jayla was tall as shit, and I was like, damn, okay. All right, hopefully me and you are friends. But no, everything was cool. They seemed cool. The vibe was great. We was chit-chatting. Everything felt natural and normal, so they was kind of cool off the rip. I like them.
Benno's cute, but
That's the only response.
I like his music too.
But your first impression was that he was cute.
Yeah, I follow him already, but I was I didn't everybody really actually back to Chrissy. Because we was on the balcony and I was looking at Chrissy and I was like, bitch, you fine as fuck.
Bro, let's go to we stay at the first day right now. stay right here.
Yeah, I thought it was, dope. I was actually excited to be a part of it. I thought it was going to be a crazy experience, but I was looking forward, of course, to just the magic of being around other creators and being able to create music. I thought it'd be a lot more listening to beats. I thought a lot of us would be trying to hound each other down to listen to beats and try to write songs with each other. That was the idea that I had thought, but maybe I was the only person that had thought that.
Hello, hello, hello.
mean, I know y'all not smoking without me.
You did not walk in the door saying it.
So here's what my any like my.
How we doing? I'm Jamal Markell.
Jamal pranced his little, he sashayed his ass. First of all, he sashayed through that motherfucking door. He came in with some high energy. I mean, he was cool at first. He was good. Came in with high energy. Yeah. He shot, but the way he sashayed had me weak. I was on the floor. I'll lie to you.
What do you mean by
Sashay, like, you know, prancing, a little sashay walk, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought Jamal was very, very handsome. Immediately when we started talking, we went on the back patio and we all kind of introduced ourselves at that point, of the ones that were there at that point. And he told me he was from Jacksonville, and I was like, oh, we're from the same place.
So we about to eat, you know what I'm saying?
What you cook?
So we have some rotisserie. You know what I'm saying? Rotisserie. So we have some rotisserie chicken, we have some corn, you know what I'm saying? The Mexican corn, and then we have some baked beans. The baked beans does have pork inside of it for those who don't like pork. I wasn't aware, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah. So we're gonna come in.
Say grace. Are you guys religious or anything? Do you guys pray? Can you say your prayer?
Yeah.
We're gonna shot and then I'm gonna
So how about we pray?
Let's pray and then
just
shot.
I'll be out here.
Alright, because Lord is about to be pissed at us.
He turned water into wine, so you went
Why? This is tequila.
Lord, we thank you for waking us up this morning, God. We thank you for all the blessings you've given us, big and small, God. We thank you for community. We thank you for unity. We thank you for peace. We thank you for all things big and small. We ask, God, that you would continue to bless us, continue to watch over us, our friends, and our family. God, bless this food. Let it be a nourishment to our body, and bless things that prepare the food. We thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. No, I was holding a shot while you was praying.
I mean, the meet. First of all, new artists, network. See if the vibe is right. See if we on the same path musically. And on top of that, of course, you know, turning up.
Ex Christy, Jada, and Jamal. So the fact that y'all just filmed the show together, do y'all feel like y'all have a connection already, or how are y'all feeling about coming in this environment?
I don't know what. I honestly,
Good question.
To be honest,
cause we just rapped.
To be honest, is there any pressure?
No, I feel like with Chrissy, I never knew you. You know what I'm saying? Because Chrissy, like how I'm a very people person, you know what I'm saying? Chrissy isn't a person who just invites everybody into her space just automatically, like how some people like me. So yeah, so like she'll come in, she might not really speak to you if she just don't know you. And that's fine because some people are like that. Where I'm more so, I'm gonna come around, hug everybody, regardless if I know you. Yeah. So you have to learn people. I'm a Pisces. So you know you learn people.
We air signs.
So my question is today, did you take that anyway?
No, well, because I was learning, you know, because now I can say this because I've learned you. Woo! So, you know, now that I've learned, you know, it's not anything because I've never had an issue with you because I've never had a chance to really know you. So it's like when we would have little, I guess, mess-ups or whatever, it would be based off of my interaction with other people in the group, and then you'll internalize.
I'm so glad you're what other people in the group?
With other people in the group.
Oh, okay.
And then you will internalize the emotions of them, and then y'all would treat me based off of what might have happened between me and somebody else versus you knowing me personally.
So on that note, on that one right there.
I don't know, like I'm still catching up on past episodes of the past show. So like I was like, I knew it was tension, but I was just like, I don't know what's going on.
Did it feel like tension before things got started? Did it feel like tension in the beginning?
I already previously like kind of knew that it was tension. I don't know whether it was between all three, Jada, Jamal, and Chrissy, or just who it, like I didn't know who it was.
I can genuinely say yes, you're right, and I do apologize for that as a grown, as just being a real bitch. I can apologize for that. But what I said, I still felt how I felt. I could have done it in a different, and like I could have waited and then did it later, yes, but I still felt like in that moment what I said, I still stand on that. But I do apologize for it being when it came, how it came, because it wasn't. I didn't mean to attack you. I don't like that. On season 1, I stood up for that. I don't like doing that. So I can generally say on me, just talking about me. I do apologize for that. Because like every time it's just certain things you say and certain things you go about that just. I'm just like, bro, you really gotta just just stop talking for a second.
I agree with that.
And it's just like, and then I don't know, like I believe. Some of the things that you say, I'm not even gonna hold you. I believe. I'm like, yes, you're absolutely right. On the time, I'm not gonna say too much because you know what I'm saying doesn't drop. So I hope you know what I'm talking about. But some of the things that you said about a particular topic, I agree with you. But would you think I agree with you? Because I don't move that way. So you would never think that I'm actually on the same page. Because I have respect for other people.
Yeah,
right.
You did. And that's why I recognize that.
Yeah.
But again, I apologize for it being how it was when it was.
Yeah.
But that.
Real shit.
So that's it, right? That was the only thing between you and me. Cool. Because I feel like me and J-Dot's issues aren't me and J-Dot's issues, if that makes sense. I feel like every time me and him got into it, it was because he said some shit I didn't like when he was talking to somebody else, or I said some shit he didn't like, and it was like based off of somebody else. But I don't think me and J-Dot ever like had beef because J-Dot did something to piss me off directly towards me and vice versa. So I felt like new environment, new artists, me and you know each other. We did this before, so these people are new. We need to chat. So I immediately wanted to pull him to the side just to squash it, just to figure out, are we actually beefing? Or is it really just what it is?
You know, she really pulled me to the side just to see where my head was and see me for me, without seeing me for what she thought of who she thought I was. So, we sat down in the room and just talked and, and we had a dope conversation and was able to see that we relate in a lot of different aspects. She was also a person who just told me that, she felt as if I was real, but, she didn't like some of the things that I would say to Karma, and I, being honest, I felt like people judged me based off of how I responded, but they never looked at how the person attacked me.
Everything I had heard about Chrissy, at that point, I was like, I like, you still said all of your reads was still as cutthroat as you wanted to be, but you still had the maturity to be like, I get it. Like, it was maturity, it was clarity, it was I'm too good for the bullshit. Like, and I'm still learning to be like that, so I admire that. Like, that really was like I don't want to say I'm fanning out, but I was fanning out like, oh, bitch, this bitch just like stood up for herself and said, well, maybe I was doing this too. Like, at the same time, like, I was like, oh my God, like, I want to be her. Like,
you have a lot to say, so what's the so what's tea with that? Because you don't have to see, bro.
So to answer Greg's question, I thought me and J Dot,
I checked the camera.
we had our moments. We had our times. We had much like Chrissy said, there's just certain stuff, and I came to you. Even at the balloon release for my father, I put you to the side, and I was like,
I get some tomorrow.
So I felt like we've gotten to a point where we can hold each other accountable as friends, right? But of course, we're still working on the friendship and working on that trust dynamic, because it was just, we know there's certain shit that happened. For me, I don't know if I can trust this nigga.
Yeah.
Because we had one conversation and then the next week it's boom.
Yeah.
So I think for us it's a work in progress. I'm a forgiving person. I'm not one to ever hold grudges, because honestly, this shit ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't making a.
And that's one thing about me and you. We never held grudges. Like, the argument might go crazy with other people and it turns to other people. Yeah. But me and you'd be like, well,
we'll follow each other.
And I want to step in as a producer, but I have to ask this question. I feel like I don't even get the answer if I'm asked now. Why did this feel like you always gave J-Dot?
It did seem like that, right?
But why?
We'll talk already, so we'll already be past it.
But why would you hold other people more accountable for just?
It's not that I hold everybody accountable to the same degree, but the difference is J-Dot will call me, and be like whoop-de whoop, or I know I can call J-Dot. And we would have that conversation to where we become common ground. I don't have that dynamic with a lot of people, because 9 times out of 10, it's issues created for no reason, if we want to be real.
Yeah.
So
with who?
with a lot with. I won't really discuss who's not here. However, since you're here,
Thank you.
since you're here, me and you were cool up until
when?
I fought or had the tussle with Ty.
Jamal's beefing with himself when it comes to me. I don't know what Jamal's issue is, but when I see him, I just, here we go. Cut the show, everybody. You know, he loves camera time. Make sure the cameras is rolling. Make sure the lights is on. Give him his spotlight, please. Hopefully, leave me the fuck alone.
Well, actually, I don't know what's going on. I'm really just sitting back, enjoying myself, sipping my drink, and enjoying the festivities. But I noticed that when you start drinking, they get a little crazy. You know, things. I started seeing things unraveling and things unfolding. I'm over here trying to sit back with my popcorn and figure it out as it,
Almost like Jamal was mad that there was a peaceful moment and that he didn't get in on the shit. So here we go. I'm just about
So
to
let me
set
ask
it
you
the fuck
about
off. It was like Chrissy extended the olive branch and Jamal didn't even look at the olive branch. Jamal slapped the shit out of his hand and just like, girl, I'm about to use this as some firewood. It's like the olive branch.
Because I don't even feel tight like that to even move like that.
So how is it? Help me understand, because let's think about that night, right? We was all outside.
You talking about the last
finale? The finale.
Right? No.
Prior to that night, we even had, I don't want to say flirty moments, because I'm a flirt naturally, but you know what I'm saying? So even that night, standing outside, when you were in Lottie's car, we was cool. There was no issues. Point blank period. When what happened, and then I left, that's when attitude from you came. That's when you apparently had to address me at the reunion. This is info that I got from your mouth, words from your mouth. You have to address me at the reunion per me and Ty's situation. Because you felt like I should have threw my drink on him when...
No, that's not it. But okay.
Okay, and then forget everything else, that the shade and whatever, because shade is shade. But more, when the situation happened with me and Siani, nobody.
In that moment, I was like, let's get ready to run. I was like, oh, let's get it, baby. I felt like I was a referee, but not in the white and the black,
Gotcha. I don't feel like I took a side. I feel like I took what everybody took, which was right and wrong. At the end of the day, the stories that was being told, it didn't make sense, not just to me, but to every single person that heard the story. So I just took the side that I felt like I said, I don't want to say took sides. I just took the true story. At the end of the day, you did something that you shouldn't have done, and it was wrong. Simple. Yeah, I don't know Jamal. So I can't have a problem with Jamal. I have a problem with the principle. What Jamal did was weird to me. And that's all I said, was what you did was weird, I think. I might have said more. Knowing me, I said more.
So for the fact, I'm not done.
I don't care.
That everybody, I don't give a what you read.
Okay, cool. So, but you're speaking on shit that you don't know. So I'm gonna.
I don't know. It is my situation.
Right, but I'm speaking on what I saw you say and her say from your mouth. I'm talking about what the horse mouth said. So
what did I say? What did I say?
What did you say?
What did I say?
What did you say?
What? You tell me what I said that you got offended by.
I didn't offended by nothing.
Okay,
nothing
then what did I say?
at all.
But you just said something I said
but
out of the horse's mouth. So again, you don't know why
you said what you just said was I was saying something that I didn't know. That I was speaking something I didn't know. So when Siani came to me and she showed me the messages that she sent to you and the message that you sent to her.
Responded, I went off on her ass.
Then I went on.
I don't to explain this to you. Yes, I went off.
I didn't ask you to explain it. You're the one
on a message to Siani because I felt disrespected.
You're the only one that started explaining it.
At the end of the day, that situation had nothing to do with nobody but me and Siani. And the fact that so many of y'all commented on it the way y'all did, and y'all drugged me for filth, and y'all created a narrative.
On a reality show with all of us, of course, it's going to get around and we're going to talk about it. That's what we're supposed to do.
And that is,
if you don't have the skin for it, that's on you.
So basically, you saying you didn't feel support.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Real recognizable.
The same way the network got on live and brought it up. No, you brought it up on the network. But the same way the network got on live and started talking about it. So if
I brought up my situation, I brought up my situation.
Do you feel the same way to the network? Because they talk about it too.
I've had
Do you feel the same way?
Great, we've had our conversation, right?
Yeah,
we hashed out.
I'm not Greg, so I'm asking you right now.
What's between me and Greg is between y'all worried about with other people. And how I feel with other people.
Deflection. I still ask a simple question.
I would say to Jamal.
So I didn't think that he was wrong, or I didn't think that Chrissy was wrong, but it made me feel that he was more angry at Chrissy, and I didn't. And I'm like, damn, well, what did Chrissy do? You know, because it makes you feel like in that moment, okay, then what did Chrissy do to this person? Right. Even if you didn't know what was going on, you know.
Stay out of the comment box, you know, because Jamal was really mad at the fact that people had an opinion and was voicing it in the comment box about something that him and Siani had made public for people to be able to judge and comment on. So you can't really be mad at the people for having an opinion, especially when it was looked at as you were the demon in that situation.
I feel like at this point, I don't know, why are we still talking about this? It was like, first of all, the topic that you brought it up, I just commented. That's that. So the fact that we're still dragging it, like I'm the reason why me and you are going back and forth about this right now, is completely psychotic to me. But if that helps you, okay, y'all know I'm cool, whatever. But like, let's find something else to talk about. This is boring. Especially if you're not gonna do nothing.
You put it out! You put it out! Nobody talked about it. You went online. You went on the story. You brought it up to the people. Put it out. Nobody else did. It doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up and let me talk. No. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because I've been waiting on your ass. Come on. You put it out! You put it out! Nobody talked about it. You went online. You went on the story. You brought it up to the people. Put it out. Nobody else did. It doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up and let me talk. No. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because I've been waiting on your ass. Come on.
I honestly don't know what I was thinking. Part of me was like, please throw it. Give me a reason to come across this counter and whoop your ass. But part of me was like, now you know damn well this man is not going to do shit to you. So I don't even know why you taking your jewelry off. I don't even know why you doing all that. Because if he wanted to throw it, he could have threw it. But he hit everybody else in the room but me. So clearly you didn't want no smoke. So I ain't going to give it to you.
I remember him getting into it with Chrissy. I just don't know why it even escalated that far. It was just a mess. He picked up a plate that had his food on it. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of like was waving it in the air like he was about to throw it or something. Didn't throw it, but the food got on me though. It was some rice and beans.
At first, because I think when it was all happening, I think I looked over at Bando, and Bando and I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what's going on? But I didn't think of much of it. I was like, y'all just have y'all way with each other, bitch. Let me finish my food, but bitch, don't throw nothing over here. Don't splash no drinks. That was my thing, you know, to be honest.
You know, it was so instant, like the way him and Chrissy were going at each other was so instant, and I think he made her feel as if he wanted to jump at her. So she had the right to want to defend herself and want to fight if that's the time you're on, because that's how you presented yourself. So I didn't really see an end for them, you know, in that time period, and I don't even know if they ever made amends from that time period, but I just wish Jamal had stuck it out.
So like I said, come on! Y'all could have felt how y'all wanted to feel about it. That's y'all opinion.
You wasted the beans and nigga.
They're delicious.
The fact, and then you got on live and the shade.
I never got on live.
Your comments. Okay, let me rephrase.
I never did a live.
Let me rephrase. Your comments on a live about
listen.
This about you continue the shit.
Can I just point them out? Just calm down. What you saying is
you continued the shit on a live that had nothing to do about this.
Right.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong by anything.
You steady dragged it.
But this is
and that's my issue. Yes, you did. You brought it up on a whole other live 2 weeks ago.
To see him like be like that, I honestly I was turned off. Like I was like, well, like.
Yeah, because it seemed like Chris was trying to resolve the matter. Like,
yeah,
yes,
like
I did.
Everything that you told me about Chrissy was wrong. Like everything that
so
you
Jamal
told
you about some people.
Yeah, like not specifics, but it was just like, well, you just need to watch out for certain stuff and don't say this type of stuff or don't say that. You might set her off and like. So I really like. Even though I didn't give a fuck about that, I still went and listened to Chrissy's music anyways and messaged Chrissy and was like, bitch, I want to work with you.
Like, what?
Can we listen to each other's music? Like,
hold on.
Like that.
So, Jamal.
We gonna get there. But no,
let me say this.
Jada.
Because I felt everything you said.
But let me talk and then you're gonna talk. What I'm saying is, Jamal.
Never had no issue with Chrissy. Never.
But what I'm saying is, when it's public information, we have no right to say what a person is. But let me finish with my thought because it's not. I'm not going where you're going. What I'm trying to say at the same time, what you're saying is, I guess, is you just didn't feel supported by the group. At the same time, Jamal, they have a right to talk about it once you put it out. And I do get that.
And that's not what I'm saying. It's the extent.
Supported.
Right. Fuck the support. I don't know these hoes from a can of paint. It is the fact that everybody had something to say as if they was walking the shoes that these people in the field.
Leave it there.
Chrissy, I don't want to fight you, dear. If I wanted to fight you, you would have been touched when you walked past me.
No, so
I want a resolution, but when folks is yelling and over talking, the fuck
You
first, Jamal.
and I ain't gonna lie, no, you are the one that's doing it. I'm saying
because I'm trying to talk. Y'all asking a motherfucking question.
but you're the one talking about yelling. You're the one yelling.
I apologize.
You the only one talking about no, you're not gonna do that yelling. What you talking about?
Do you want to go outside or do you want to talk? Like, what do you want to do?
You let me know. You don't pick in the place.
Let's go. I want it one-on-one with you. Let's go talk.
You want it?
Let's go. No, not a fight. I want to talk.
No, talking here, y'all, please.
No, we good. We grown.
I'm not.
You
gotta give me like 10 minutes. And I'm gonna be gone right now. You gotta give me like 10 minutes.
I mean, it didn't do much, you know what I'm saying? But it was the after fact of how I tried to, express how I felt about, him getting too riled up and for nothing and throwing food on people and waving plates and things like that. And he kind of told me he really didn't give a fuck about how I felt about it.
I just thought it was crazy. Like, he really got mad. Like, he was really mad about it, and then he got all bad. It was funny, I'm happy he ain't got on me, but it was just beans and corn, so I really didn't give a fuck. I just thought it was entertainment that was unnecessary, but it made good drama.
And beans is my line.
What did you think about the corns and memes?
Okay, like having been locked up, I really was like, where is this about to go? Do I need to pick some shit up? Should I have slapped him? Like, what's good? Like, it was a whole bunch of thoughts, like, and then it was also like this, like, bitch, I kind of wanted to like cry a little bit because I don't like, even though like we'll get to that later, but like I got out of my character. I don't like doing that. I don't like stuff like that. Like I came in here initially with the thought of this is gonna be like a family of musicians, whether or not we get along. Like, and it ended up being that. But like we gonna figure our shit out. So like I just didn't think that it was gonna be that hateful that quickly. Like I was just like that was where I was turned off actually. Like I really was just like.
If you have a
I'm just saying.
If you personally
get that
have
man
a
that
private
quick
situation,
I'll be like, girl, what's the tea? Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
But if you bring it, if you yourself bring it to social media and tag the network in a story about the situation, is that not open door for anybody on the network to say something?
Yeah.
So why are you mad at me for you open the 5 minutes for walking in.
I get what you're saying.
And the thing is, you see that I'm not doing all that.
Regular voice.
Do you want to bang?
You get where I'm coming from, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying.
I'm not clapping about you either.
I can see if the other party was going back and forth. Like, I don't know what they say. And raising their voice and whatever the case may be. Throw beans and corns and shit.
Not everybody from the whole incident.
It doesn't matter though. It don't matter, my nigga. Like this is on some grown man shit. It's on some grown man.
But that's what it was.
You threw white on beans at somebody you don't even know because you wanted to get bucked and rowdy over something that wasn't even that important.
Because you mad at
oh my god.
You mad at me for you.
Chris is so nonchalant. I said, bitch, what the fuck? Don't sitting like, oh my god, what are you talking about? I'm like, bitch, say something. Bitch, you I don't know. I was like, this is
conversation wasn't even that deep.
I really felt like all of that shit was for the camera. Like all of that shit. Well, like, if you're gonna throw a play. Karma threw a play.
I honestly don't know what it would have looked like moving forward with me and Jamal. And I only don't know because during our conversation, sitting down, I didn't do anything to make you have to get up and act like you're gonna throw something at me. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't call you out your name. I didn't disrespect you. I let you talk. I was sitting there chill. So now you did all that. Now in my head, I'm like, shit, do I need to swing first at you before you get me? Because I feel like that's what you want to do. So I really don't know. Could I have had a conversation with Jamal? Yes. How long would that conversation would have gone in the moment? I'm not sure. So I don't know. I'm kind of on his time. If he want it, he can have it. If he don't,
We gonna do all that. We gonna do that. We don't do all that. You picking up plates and shit, bro.
It was no escalation to even pick up a plate and throw corn and beans, my nigga. Like this is what's baffling me. Like
that bar was that far.
I thought about it myself. Like this nigga just threw corn and beans on me. Should I slap? But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just coming through this shit. This is y'all issue and shit. I should've, but I didn't. And now that he always talking about he don't give a fuck about how nobody feels and shit. Like nigga, I give a fuck about how I feel in the moment, motherfucker. Because you just threw motherfucking corns and beans on me. That go crazy.
Bitch, you didn't see me out here, bitch.
I knew it.
Bitch.
We just stopped filming. That's the thing. I knew this shit was gonna happen. This shit's still fresh. Look in there. Bitch. This is the first time I see him since we filmed.
That's crazy.
Both feel them and look at them.
Him and Jada.
Me and Jada's issue though isn't that deep. I already knew what it was. Like I said, I'm
all
a
of
very
them
self-aware person. I always look back on myself like, I could have did this more.
This season on The House of Music.
Hello, cheers to real life and reality.
Real life and reality. Yup.
Battery low.
Cause I've been trying
No artist should put out anything unreleased.
No, I love songs from my favorite artists that ain't was finished from the damn studio.
And that's me too.
My motherfucking favorite songs.
And that's definitely me too.
So it's just a part of the journey of as an artist. We have to not care and throw it out to the people.
Tell me the reason why you lie to me. Why you feigning love all the time? Why?
Put some sauce on it. Hold on.
Tell me the reason why you lie to me. Why you feigning love all the time? Why you painting skies of blue when you know that I've been trying to love you? You run from me. Oh, it ain't sweet.
I had like a really crazy upbringing, just like, just from being child abused, it was a very crazy upbringing, molestation and stuff, But Lil Blue was kind of like what I would have at night. He was what all I had, It was like after 7 o'clock at night, my daddy turned into the villain of the house, you know what I'm saying? And then, and then it would just be chaoticness from 7 o'clock till it was time to go to school.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to share like your crafts with people that you feel like don't give a fuck about you. It's hard. So when you said that, I'm like, I gotta learn how to navigate that. And I'm alone, you know, and I feel alone. It is like, okay, you telling me that, but it's hard, you know, because I feel alone.
At the end of the day, that situation had nothing to do with nobody but me and Siani. And the fact that so many of y'all commented on it the way y'all did, and y'all drugged me for filth, and y'all created a narrative.
On a reality show with all of us, of course, it's going to get around everyone what you talk about.
You brought it up to the people.
You put it out. Nobody else did. It doesn't matter.
Shut the fuck up and let me talk, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So don't go to the hospital in your grave.
Did I say I wasn't going to argue with her because she's a whole woman?
Because I'm going to fight by mine. Yes. By all means.
But I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything about anybody. I'm so oh my God, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have chosen. You're not gonna disrespect anybody. No, you shouldn't be talking shit like you back in the
I'm the one who got you.
So I woke up and my pants was down and shit, and this motherfucker trying to eat my ass.
You woke up and what?
I woke up and he was eating my ass.
I woke up and you was on my dick. I woke up, your legs were intertwined between mine.
You ain't never put your leg between nobody's legs and then been like, yeah, baby, are we gonna fuck or something like that. You have never done
When did I say that?
When the fuck did I say that? Yo, boy, you wanna put your ass the fuck down here, bitch, you get dead. We'll both be dead in this bitch. No, that's like, bitch, like, I'm crazy for real. Like, bitch, like, no, like.
I was sober when all the shit started.
I don't think you was sober. I have to keep it. I don't just gotta be honest.
You told me you wasn't sober.
Okay, technically I wasn't sober, but I wasn't drunk.
It's real life. It's real life. What you gotta say? Ain't no games being played. We on a mission, so it's no tea, no shade. Real life. Real life. What you gotta say? Ain't no games being played. We on a mission, so it's no tea, no shade. I'm on my way to the top, and I ain't gonna never, ever, ever, ever stop. Real life.